According to this communications class, this is a tool to guide us students in becoming credible and valuable employees and on a path to a successful and satisfying career. Much of that responsibility falls on us as employees, but the organization that we work for, so that we can learn culture in which we can learn and grow and be engaged and be a good asset to the organization and have personal self-growth. In the article, Making Your Team Feel Powerful by Harrison Monarch discusses the benefits of managing people in a way that makes them feel trusted, gives them choices of autonomy and on the job to increase their engagement within their organization. Feelings of power in the workplace of a higher sense of well-being and happiness, according to the study conducted by Yona Kiffer of Tel Aviv and published in Psychological Science. Astonishingly enough, a Gallup poll research survey estimated that around 70% of American workers are not engaged or committed to their employers. These powers of feeling of apathetic, lost, are creating a cost of around $400 billion to about $550 billion of lost productivity work per year. Those are expensive employees. There are things that organizations can do to increase feelings of power, engagement, and commitment to their employees to make them feel comfortable in their job, comfortable in their workplace, comfortable in their career that they are working toward. A Gallup poll found that in order to create an environment where frontline employees felt like they had power to make a real difference in the world, they needed to have and be a have leadership support and recognition and constant communication with their employers and their organization and be able to be trusted. It's the entire system working to instill a sense of power to sustain everything that is in the workplace itself. The overly static, top-down empowerment programs that are coupled with continuous trainings and improvement initiatives don't work. They just don't. Many employees feel such as programs are faced upon them, and they do not end up having the intended outcome that they wanted because of the lack of trainings, improvement, the lack of trust that employees have with organizations. And employees and organizations need trust, honesty, loyalty, improvement, commitment with somebody in order for that job to work out in the end. Researchers in a study conducted by Gospin, Onard, Dilip Chaplin, Louis Deflin found that even in employees, the least powerful positions will commit to finding ways to improve their organization when given the autonomy to make decisions and execute improvement measures. Even if you are at the lowest point of your job, they are still trying to work to make improvements in their workplace, in their employment, and anything that they do so they can be better at the job that they have. They suggest a charge in the manager's role from directive supervisors to make a more of a coaching lifestyle and giving direction and support, trust, and the frontline employees as the experts on the ground. This creates a sense of power all the way around to trust on both sides of the employers and the organization and the managers itself. And in turn of that, they can lead employees to seeking ways to continually improve their day-to-day practices creating a higher level of efficiency in the organization. If they learn these things and learn from their supervisors, going from the least spot to working to their way up in the workforce is going to help them in the long run because they'll have more knowledge, they'll have more commitment, they'll have more confidence in what they are doing in order for them to stick with that job and get with what they came to work for. So why might you ask? How do managers go from top-down management style to helping people feel more autonomous? They can begin by encouraging their own team members to share their views on important issues, delegating leadership responsibilities, assigning managerial tools or tasks, having frequent communication with them. Communication is huge, especially for this class. And allowing mistakes to happen to serve as learning opportunities. Because no one's going to be perfect in the workforce. You are going to make mistakes, and you have to learn from them in order for them to grow in that job, in that workforce, in that organization. And these are all acts that can be empowerment to employees to become engaged and more committed to other employees. Not everyone can be in a leadership position, but everyone can have a level of autonomy within their position to make it seem less powerless, feel better about their job, and their related duties and responsibilities. People need to believe that they have a sense of control in their job and in their lives. And they will adopt their learning helplessness attitude and stop trying. Like, they will learn how to do these things, and they won't have to learn them, or they won't be like lost. They will have the help and the guidance and whatever they have now from all their training and everything that else they've had to do. I think it is important for both employees and employers to realize what makes people more productive, satisfied, and engaged in the workplace. It helps employees automatically empower their employees, and it helps employees and people of the job search to be able to see the type of company and organization in which they can contribute and grow in their careers.